Take a look at this clip.
I'll get it.
As you watch, consider the level of population and infrastructure in this region. This is the future of Lake Nona.
Good afternoon. My name is Madison Harris.
My name is Shannon Higo.
My name is Gabby Salas.
And my name is Arima Malcolm Parker. In this course, we have been posed the question, to what extent can investment and innovation in Lake Nona, Florida transform the issue of urban sprawl over the next 25 years? As Lake Nona continues to grow, urban sprawl, or the expansion of urban areas, occurs at a much larger rate, which can be a problem in the future. Our proposed solution to the issue of urban sprawl is to convert Lake Nona into a smart, sustainable city with efficient urban planning. The first thing to consider when establishing a smart city is the actual technology that will go into contributing to this solution. Lake Nona is a very technology-oriented society, which will help convert it into a smart city. According to the journal Vision of a Smart City by Robert E. Hall, smart devices will help with urban management. If smart systems and devices are implemented in Lake Nona, they will allow for urban management. They will help with things such as utility and resource consumption amongst a growing population, and will promote energy efficiency and reduce emissions that come from things such as large-scale transportation and building processes that are occurring in Lake Nona. In terms of smarter urban planning, infill development can also be harnessed in Lake Nona. This is the process of building on or making use of land that is currently occupied, either not to full effect, as you can see in this open grass area here, or not completely efficiently. If Lake Nona harnessed infill development, we could build centers that are dedicated to this technology management, which would allow for the overseeing of Lake Nona's management to occur. It would also promote urban form, which combats urban sprawl. Technological advancements are also being applied to Lake Nona's residential areas and allowing for better urban management there as well. One example of this is the Lake Nona WIT home, which stands for Wellness, Health, Innovation, and Technology. This home is incorporated with technology prototypes that promote the wellness of Lake Nona's residents, such as a smart kitchen and health monitoring systems. If we put enough investment into infill development with these homes, technologically advanced homes can be implemented on a large scale while reducing the amount of expansion outwards with land.
Continuing with what Arima said, the WIT home is not only technologically advanced, but also very advanced in the health aspect. Now this is important because there is a feature in the WIT home that allows you to communicate with doctors in real time to discuss health aspects, which allows for you to have a healthier, longer life. This will lead me to my next topic, the Lake Nona Life Project. Now the Lake Nona Life Project is a project developed by Tavistock Development Company, which is also the company that's developing all of Lake Nona. This company showed that the national average is actually lower than Lake Nona for 6 hours or less of sleep, not having a regular doctor, and having uncontrollable worry and anxiety. Now the Lake Nona Life Project's mission is to help people live healthier, longer lives and set a new standard for healthy communities. They're doing this by taking data from many residents in the Lake Nona home in topics such as employment, personality, and mood. Now this is important to Lake Nona's urban sprawl problem because a study done by PubMed, which is a cross-sectional analysis that related characteristics of individuals and places to levels of obesity, BMI, hypertension, and other aspects. And after this analysis was done, there was seen a small but significant association with BMI, hypertension, and obesity. This is important because urban form can be associated with some forms of physical activity and some health outcomes. Now the Lake Nona Life Project is seen helping this resolution by the 100 walking trails provided to you in Laureate Park and group activities such as yoga in the park and group cycling events. All of these activities promote promote health and wellness in the community, which creates urban form, which counteracts the negative effects of urban sprawl.
The medical benefits that Gabby stated draws more people into Lake Nona. As people come in, we are taking more land for businesses, clinics, and apartments or housing. You can see that the trees that are being taken down absorb the greenhouse gases that fuel global warming. Without these trees, the severity and speed of global warming will increase over time. The sources of emissions of greenhouse gases is mainly industry at 51%. The industry that is being taken place in Lake Nona causes air pollution, and according to everythingconnects.org, the conditions include bronchitis or even cancer. As I stated in my last slide, there's a larger population being drawn. In Orange County alone, you can see that the number increases by each year. The larger population in Lake Nona does not only increase the speed and severity of global warming and increases the air pollution, it also limits habitat for animals. These animals are then forced to migrate or depopulate, and you can see that the primary threats for this is exploitation, habitat loss, and human-wildlife conflict. As these animals are forced to depopulate or migrate, this throws off the ecosystem and the food chain.
Shannon just stated many environmental risks that caused us to come up with our first possible solution. Immediately, all of us talked about how we needed to eliminate the amount of people that would be coming to Lake Nona. But after we discussed it, we realized that this solution was unrealistic. There is no physical way that you can stop people from coming to a newly populated and growing city. So this led us to our first solution, our ultimate solution, transforming Lake Nona into a smart city. A smart city will incorporate information and communication technologies to improve the quality and performance of the city by eliminating things such as resource consumption and energy usage. In this diagram, you can see that smart cities will incorporate things such as smart water and sanitation, smart education, and smart transportation. The benefits of becoming a smart city. Urban form is by becoming a smart city, we are expected to see the development of urban form. Smart cities will benefit mental and emotional social health and we see this through studies such as the Johnson & Johnson longitudinal study and the Lake Nona Life Project. Also, we will incorporate the use of new and advanced technology in the midst of it. While initially this will be effective on the land, in the end it will cause less emissions and more energy efficiency. While there will be many benefits to becoming a smart city, there will also be limitations. These limitations consist of the high costs, which could lead to higher taxes, and the flaws that technology consists of, seeing that most of the city will be covered in this new and advanced technology. Me and my colleagues have decided that becoming a smart city will be the best option for transforming Lake Nona positively over the next 25 years. Thank you. What questions do you have?
All right, change it up. We'll start on this side and go that way.
Oh.
All right, so first up then, let's see. Describe an argument from one of your team's, excuse me, from one of your peers' individual reports that made you think differently about your team's solution.
Yeah, so Shannon's topic, which was the environmental aspect of Lake Nona, really affected all of our mentality towards how urban sprawl should be fought against, because the environment is having a very large impact as more people come into Lake Nona, which made us really think about how we can solve this problem while also incorporating the environmental lens.
All right, thank you. Madison, what's an example of a compelling argument from one of your peers' individual reports that you decided to not include in your presentation?
An argument that we decided not to include in it? We decided not to include a part of Gabby's her medical lens when she talked about she talked about Lake Nona. Well, we changed the futuristic, instead of talking strictly about the futuristic lens. We kind of incorporated that into our solution instead of just designating it on a specific point.
Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry, no question. Shayla, what's the strongest counter argument to your solution?
To the solution.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie stated that it would be a high cost and the technology that is being placed in Lake Nona might not work out as well as we expected, so that was our counter argument and the limitation that we had to our solution.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm just scrolling something down. Last up, reflecting on your colleagues' work, which one had the greatest impact on your overall understanding of the problem that was discussed in this presentation?
Well, originally, when we were trying to discover what solution to apply to urban sprawl, knowing that environmental factors were had such a great potential to become worse in Lake Nona if we continued at a rate that wasn't urban sprawl rate that wasn't managed. So that contributed to how I was thinking about how I could apply technology and the rest of our lenses to the overall